Yep.
Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? Welcome to episode 333 of the Steel Factory podcast, live from the North Oakland studios here in Pittsburgh. My name is Rion. I'm joined by my co-host Junior today.
What's up?
Nothing much. We got a bit of news this week, kind of controversial. We thought we had enough takes to get off our chest today to make a new episode. I think it's been about 2 weeks since the last one, where we really just kind of talked about the draft and recapped the offseason in total. But yeah, today the training camp schedule got released. We're not really going to dive into that, but I'm happy to say it starts next month. I'm excited for training camp to kick off, and then we'll really start shifting into like weekly episodes when that starts. But yeah, what's up with you?
Nothing. I think this team's kind of boring still. I think all of our drama is still pretty lame. It's not like Chiefs drama where we got wide receivers fucking crashing cars and speeding.
Fucking real life
Shit.
GTA and shit.
Yeah, I think or like the Dolphins where I mean it's also real life GTA like Tyreek Hill fucking beating up baby mamas and stuff. Like
I mean,
and
we do
we're
have some beating up of the baby mamas in this case, but Tyreek Hill has like 10 baby mamas. Uh, he's seen
yeah.
that though. He has like 13 kids or some shit.
Dude, that guy's
I'm bullshitting, but yeah,
going-
he has multiple baby mamas, like at least 3, and like 2 within the last year.
Yeah. I mean, he can afford it. Fuck it. We're
No,
gonna have a lot
yeah.
of hills in the league
Okay.
20 years from now.
No, if the genes pass on, that's speed. But yeah, we're like we just like introduced, or like, if you didn't get the hint, we re-signed Cam Sutton a couple days ago, and it was funny. He like reported a practice and all that like right after. What is your take on it? I know it's kind of been controversial amongst media and Twitter, among the fan base, because this dude was on. Dude, there's police sirens. Is Cam Sutton on the run again? No, that's fucked up. But yeah, this guy was on the run. He was, I think he was in Detroit. Because he was on the Lions. All that shit went down. Okay, now that's really close by. That's annoying. Hopefully it doesn't get picked up on the mic. I bet it does though. My windows are closed actually, which is
I hear it.
super annoying. Do you hear it? All right, it's bad.
Yeah, we'll just start Cam Sutton
Will we
again.
cut it? Nah.
Bro, is your apartment on fire?
No. It's funny because I literally looked out the window and I saw a chick with her phone like recording, which was probably it going down. Maybe it seems like it's passed up. We're fine. I was just making sure it wasn't like on my street, like.
Yeah.
But nah, this is a pretty narrow street. Anyways, Cam Sutton ended up like in Florida on the run. He decided to turn himself in, and I'm pretty sure it was quite public that the Steelers obviously reached out to him, knowing that he was on the team for like 6-7 years before going to the Lions. And then we re-signed him to the vet minimum. The Lions obviously voided his contract. I'm assuming there's a suspension looming. Could be 6, could be half the season. I've heard anywhere from that range. Did we need him though? Because ultimately, like, we gotta win.
I mean, I think do we even have a slot corner like on the team? I don't think we do. Aside from him.
We had a bunch of like undrafted rookies last year contending for that role,
Look,
like
I
Darius
think
Rush or whatever.
I guess no one's convinced then. Look, the media went off on Cam Sutton because the Lions defense definitely kept them out of the Super Bowl, and the biggest problem was their corners on defense were all terrible. And I don't think it's his fault. He was supposed to be a corner too. He was supposed to be a slot corner, except the 2 guys outside both got hurt pretty early in the season, and he ended up having to play outside all season. And like he looks terrible outside. That's not his spot at all. So I think we brought him into a good situation where he'll be a lot more comfortable in his role, and I think it's a good signing. Obviously, like questionable character, but that's like Tomlin's bread and butter, sadly. Um,
I
so
mean,
I think it'll be fine.
are we letting one incident change your perspective on I'm not gonna get into like this type of bullshit, but from what I've heard from people that I know in Pittsburgh that have interacted with him, chill ass dude, for the most part. I mean, he probably fucked up. I mean, James Harrison had like a particularly the same case like in '09, where I guess he probably let an argument escalate. Did he have to serve jail time for it? Don't think so. Was there like charges for James Harrison? Don't think so. Did he get suspended? Don't think so. Then again, too, it's like we're really just diving deep into like morale here or morals. But yeah, it should be interesting how it plays out with the suspension and how he is when he returns to the field, because he wasn't like the best player in Detroit, but he was a pretty good player here when he was playing his role. I think he had like 5 or 6 picks that last year he was here. I just remember he got that pick against the Raiders in like that Christmas -20-degree weather game. I think he picked off Burrow a couple times in that season opener that year too. Yeah, we'll see how it goes down. Anything on that topic though?
Like the moral stuff is whatever. Like if you're not in jail, I mean, then you're good to play as far as like I'm concerned.
Like I'm not gonna buy his fucking jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think he'll be fine. Like the moral stuff is whatever. There's been way worse things in the NFL. There's been way worse like incidents in the NFL. So it's
No, God
it,
forbid a guy gamble though. Fuck, man. Hell no.
oh hell no. Only the NFL gets to rig games.
Stupid fuck. Anyways, another Cam Hayward back at OTAs. I think this was like the day before Cam Sutton was signed. Thoughts? No contract yet. Is it a big deal? Was he trying to make it a big deal? Because I felt like, I mean, he has his own podcast, and it's obvious that he wants to be like a media member as soon as he retires. But yeah, he was back at OTAs. Good for the team. Thoughts?
I don't think Cam is a bad guy. I think the media was trying to make a lot out of nothing. I also think he's trying to keep up that like persona that we see him as, like Walter Payton Man of the Year type.
Captain,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like he's trying to keep up that like whole that not facade, but like that he's trying to keep that up, right? He doesn't want anything to blemish that with like being a difficult player,
Oh yeah.
or like having some nasty like off-season contract issues. I think the Steelers are gonna do right by him as much as they can. I don't think they're gonna commit themselves to 3 years like
Yeah, the
he.
3 years that he wants. Yeah.
But I also don't see them moving on from him like in a disrespectful manner where we're just like cut him and let him do his thing unless he asks for that, right? Like if I think if Cam wants to get cut, like then we'll do that and let him kind of look for a championship somewhere else.
Damn, yeah. That's true. I feel like they would do right by him if that's what he wants as well. That's actually a good thought. I could see that happening. I had another take on this. Oh, I like how when all this was going down, and it's not like I'm calling out TJ Watt right now, like he'll fucking hear this, but I thought it was funny while like all these Cam Hayward like headlines are going down about how he's your captain, you want him at OTAs. Like I like how TJ Watt was just like posting on Instagram every day, like in Greece or some bullshit with his wife. I'm like, I thought TJ is supposed to be a captain too, though. Like, what is? I guess because Cam's holding out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you'll hear Lamar missed out like on $750K too, and not going to OTAs this offseason too. But it's like, dude, he's guaranteed like fucking 50 mil a year.
I think Lamar's fine. TJ's probably dude just living his best life. I don't think he gives a shit about Cam's contract negotiations.
Hell no.
At this point, like all these players are rich, dude. Like
These aren't mandatory either. That's the thing at the end of the day.
yeah, it's been dumb. Like it's Pittsburgh is a small sports town, not small sports town, but there's not a lot going on this time of year, so they're just grasping at straws for anything.
There's a lot of media inside those doors, and when you follow everything closely, especially because stuff's gonna end up on Pat McAfee a lot too, which is basically a national like show at this point, just because McAfee's on, or if he's from Pittsburgh, and Tone Diggs is from Pittsburgh, the co-host there. I feel like a lot of the news just ends up in the national media circuit because of that. It is what it is, but yeah. Also, like stuff coming out too. The Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel still on the table? Are they? Do you still see
don't
this?
I'm not even sure what our cap situation is like right now. Do we still have like the 20 million open?
That cap is not a real thing, dude.
It's
You know what I'm
true.
talking about.
But if we made moves for Ayuk,
Who
like
would you
I
rather
don't
have
even.
right now, Ayuk or Samuel? Ayuk's only like 26, right?
I'd rather have Ayuk. I think he's gonna be a top 10 receiver. He could even be top five. Uh, he's entering his prime. Obviously, we're gonna have to pay him, and it's gonna be in the realm of like 30 million a year. Uh,
Fair.
he's gonna get like Devonte Smith money, probably a little bit more.
Because
And
we saw
Devonte,
we saw the contract that Justin Jefferson just got. A lot of money. I think he broke the record for highest paid non quarterback, right?
yeah, he did.
Um, it'll be somewhere around there. I mean, we saw, was it Jawan Jennings on the Niners just get paid as well? Not like a fat contract, but it's like, okay, you're paying your number 3, and he just drafted a receiver in the first round. You're gonna let one of these guys go, right?
That's
Presumably.
kind of yeah, that's kind of the way it's looking. So I think if we were to get one of them, it's Ayuk. Honestly, I don't see what we have to give the Niners. And I don't think the Niners are gonna trade. They have like one more year of this window, like like they have one more year of this championship window where they can kind of keep all the foundational pieces together. Because McCaffrey just signed a new contract too and stuff. So I think I think they're gonna try and keep it together. They're gonna try and like bring in cheap pieces and see like if it works out. And obviously Kyle Shanahan's like a genius and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see them trading anybody. They're still gonna try and make a real go for it. And that involves Ayuk because he's just a crazy talent.
No, yeah, I mean, and also too, he's still not at like their OTAs either, so obviously he's holding out. We'll see how that plays out though. Because you'd think something would happen by training camp for both parties, both teams. Um, but yeah, I'm still really uneasy about the receiver position. We talked about this a little bit on the last episode because it really is just Pickens and a bunch of like number 3s, number 4s, and you don't know what you're gonna get out of Roman Wilson this year at least.
It's our weakest probably roster spot. Not that Pickens is bad, but we don't have anything after him. It's just such a huge question mark everywhere, and like I don't think you can. I don't know that you can kind of trust Pickens to show in week in week out to show up week in week out.
Every week, yeah,
Yeah,
honestly.
he's
That
not
well,
like just the nature of his game is really volatile, right? So it's tough. It's tough to have a lot of faith in our receiving core right now.
yeah. But yeah, what they keep saying too, I think did we bring this up uh last episode that Frymouth was expected to kind of fill that receiver number 2 void, especially in Artie Smith's offense. And I keep hearing talks or seeing talks here and there about a contract extension coming up. Like, do you pay like Frymouth? I'm assuming you'll pay him this offseason, but he's gonna get like top 5 tight end money.
I don't know that we. I honestly, dude, I wouldn't mind moving on from Fryermuth.
Moving
I
on.
f- I wouldn't mind moving on. I don't think like dude, he's had so many injuries.
He had
He's
like
been
3
out.
concussions in 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been out like so often with like just small things, and I don't know. I don't know how important he is to this team because every year that I think is going to be a big year for Fryermuth, he
He
never really
still
does
hasn't
anything.
matched that rookie season. Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
no, and maybe this year with a brand new offense and hopefully some improved quarterback play, we might see him actually live up to that rookie season again, and we might see some numbers that really jump off the page. But like I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think he's it.
Yeah. Because
So
obviously, what happened? Go ahead. Finish your
I
point.
was gonna say there's also a lot of tight end talent just in the draft lately and in the league in general. Like I think it's a pretty deep position just around the league.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we've ever really given a tight end big money. I mean, obviously we've had guys like Heath Miller be on the team for a really long time. But besides that, we haven't really paid a tight end out fat. I think we've always really just kind of given guys like what Jesse did Jesse James get past his rookie deal? I'm thinking maybe Vance McDonald, couple years here and there. You know what I mean? Nothing really crazy. Um, yeah, we'll see if this ends up being something, because this is something that I can't really get a really strong opinion on this, because obviously I like Frymouth. I think at his peak he's looked really well. Um, but yeah, like I said, the injuries and also just the value on the tight end position, and dare I say it, here at Pitt, Gavin Bartholomew has looked really good when used right. He'll be in the draft next year. That'd be a cool pick. Um, but overall, we'll see. Well, I'm interested to see how this Frymouth thing plays out, because honestly, I have no idea how to feel about it. Uh,
I think if it looks like Khan has the courage to move on from Najee, and I think he has the courage to move on from Fryermuth.
fair, fair. Yeah, we still don't
I
have Sevenaji either.
I think it's a very very real possibility that we just kind of let him play out his contract.
That'll be this year, right? This last year, fourth year. Yeah, we can see a lot of guys move off this year. Dan Moore, Najee, Fryermuth. Um, I don't know how to feel about that draft class, because those guys started every game, but they were not very high ceiling.
I mean, like who else was there is the thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Another topic too. I wanted to dive into this more or less on the last episode. I think we kind of just touched on it in the first episode after we had signed him. What's Justin Fields' role gonna be on this team? Is he gonna see an expanded role? Do you see, from what we've heard, a lot of reports, Russell is obviously gonna be the starter, and we don't see him being unseated really at all. So do you see Justin Fields maybe get shifting into that Cordell Stewart role his first couple years? Line him up at receiver, line him up at running back. Is there value there? I mean,
I,
I mean, you see those pictures in the Steelers uniform, though. He looks fire.
he does look good, but I don't think he's gonna do anything in Pittsburgh. I think we might see him come out in a couple of like special packages, for that Cordell type role. But it, if Wilson doesn't get hurt, I don't see, I just don't see Fields making any kind of play for the starting spot.
Yeah.
Like everything I've heard about Fields is like he just makes consistently losing plays. Like he'll have like great highlights. Obviously, he's an amazing athlete. Like has an amazing deep ball, but like consistently makes losing plays. So, and that's something that like is the antithesis of like Tomlin, right? Like Tomlin will take zero over negatives.
Oh yeah,
So
100%. That's actually a good way
like
to put it.
that I think that's I just don't see Fields coming out for anything other than like some weird flea flickers or something. Uh, and I just I don't think Fields has much of a future here, but it was just a purely like value move from Khan's part on getting him.
Right. You got a third back from Kenny, and then you traded a sixth to get him. Also, too, I've seen that I guess, accuracy has always been an issue with him, and yeah, people have seen it right here at minicamp. Accuracy is a concern. Um, but yeah, it should be interesting preseason. I'm assuming he'll probably start all three of the games. Russell maybe get one game actually, but yeah, he'll probably get a bulk of the games. Get a really good look at him. I don't know. Are we still putting stock in preseason, or is it just fun to have a couple beers and watch?
I don't. I mean, after last preseason, I got my hopes up, and I thought we'd be decent on offense. I I don't put any stock anymore. It might as well be like Pee Wee football, you know.
Yeah, nah,
It's like
dude.
it's like watching Twitter accounts, a team Twitter account saying, "Oh, so and so threw a dart," to like this guy down the field, and it's just them in shorts on an open play. Like oh okay, like
I mean, for what it is, that's the only football we got at that point later on in August. So I'll take it. I'm excited to watch it though. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
we'll be watching for sure. Watch party. We'll see how. Dude, it's so many. There's so many kinks to figure out if we want to do a watch party virtual on Discord and shit.
I think like one of us would have to cast it, and
We
like,
had to cast it in the Discord thing, huh? And I don't think we
yeah.
can't even show that on a stream though, because then we'll basically get our channel taken down.
Oh yeah, we'd only have to stream our reactions.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we want to watch. No, I mean, we'll definitely be doing episodes on the preseason, on training camp, which is honestly a really exciting part of the season, actually, because that's when we could be the most optimistic, right?
Yeah, it's the best time for if you're a losing team like us. Like
Losing team. No one has it harder than Steeler fans.
nope, nobody.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode today, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. A lot of good points on this episode as we continue to kind of like count down the days till training camp. But yeah, OTAs, mini camp, all in full swing. Good to see. Hopefully, we start seeing some news on Ayuk or Samuel. Hopefully, Ayuk though, right?
I want to, yeah.
That'll be a crazy ass trade though.
These episodes are a little weird. You know, it's like trying to like just put out something on stuff that's kind of relevant when there's nothing going on.
Yeah, but we had the Cam Sutton news, and that's kind of a headline right now. Glad we're able to talk about that. Get some takes off. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And yeah, any closing thoughts, bud?
No, I mean I think it's gonna be an interesting off season. So I feel like there's still something up Con's sleeve. If it's Ayuk or I don't even know what else, dude.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys. Peace out. Go Steelers.